Hello everyone and welcome back to yet again another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Now we have again another great video ahead and some news regarding the Ripple XRP settlement. Is it going to happen in weeks? Is it going to happen this month? Who knows when it will actually end? However, Brad Garlinghouse has spoken publicly on an interview to say that he believes it will end in weeks. So I will cover that in today's video and a few other points of interest. So stick around, please do like today's video if you haven't already, and of course subscribe to the channel. I do bring these videos each and every single weekday, and I would love if you could help me grow the channel by subscribing. So, my name's Don. As I said, let's get into this and we shall chat crypto prices first off. So, with the top 10 crypto market then, as we always start, we're looking at Bitcoin currently sitting at 26,174. It's currently down 2% on the day, and we have seen some movement of around 4% the past 7 days. Now, if you watched our episode at the start of the week, we had mentioned a few times that crypto hadn't really moved in a week. It was just stagnant, kind of 0%. So as much as it's not positive price action, it's also still a good thing that we're actually seeing some movement, whether it's to the upside or the downside. Ethereum currently sitting at $1,783. We've got BNB at $305. XRP at 44 cents. Cardano 35 cents, Dogecoin at 0.7 cents, and then Polygon at 88 cents, and finally Solana at $19. So most of the market down in kind of around 2% on the day, and most things moving about a 2 to 4% in the past 7 days. Nothing to worry about. As you know, we've covered this so many times on the channel, but just another kind of reminder for mindset is we are here for the long run. We're not here for the short-term gains. We are in a bear market at the end of the day. And bear markets are notoriously hard to navigate and to deal with. So day-to-day price action doesn't really matter too much. Obviously, it's great to see some positive price action, but realistically, if it's not mooning thousands of percent, are you that bothered? Because chances are you're not selling it anyway for a profit. So it really shouldn't bother you if Bitcoin goes down by 10% or goes up by 10%, because at this moment in time, you are not selling. You do not plan to sell. You will not be selling for months from now. So why get so bothered about a daily price movement? Now, it's important, off the back of that, it's important to stay in tune with what's going on, hence why I bring this live stream every single morning, because it's really important to stay in tune with the market, see where the market's going, and kind of potentially plan out your investments. But, so, yes, and one thing, don't worry too much about the daily price action, but the second, worry about what's going on every day, if that makes sense. So detach your mindset from the numbers and the prices going down and up and down, up and down, and focus yourself on learning from what's going out in the news. Experience, basically use this time as an experience to be involved in crypto, because again, all of our members will know this, but a lot of the information that we share and a lot of the experiences that we share have been learned from sitting in the previous bear market and then through the previous bull market. So for example, the news articles, the timed news articles, what articles that you tend to see when we're in a bear market and when prices are low, we tend to see certain really, in fact, I've actually got one I want to show you later on in today's video, so stay tuned for that. But you'll see the type of articles that are shared and how crypto's name is painted negatively. So use this time as experience. That's one of my biggest kind of points, I would say, and how to share my experience. Again, I've been doing this since 2017. I've seen the bear markets. I sat through one for almost 3 years, which was the longest, most grueling market ever. Sat through the bull market, obviously, and now we're back through looking into the kind of second part of this bear market. Doesn't bother me as much as it used to, because I have the experience of the previous bear market. And that's what I need you, the viewer, to know. If you are quite new to crypto, maybe you've only got involved this year, maybe even last year, or even getting involved in 2021, you still technically hadn't gained a lot of experience because everything was up only. That's a great experience, but it's not a good learning experience because you're not used to these really drawn out, dark, low prices. When everyone's calling it a scam, it's being used by criminals again, people are banning it, and all the kind of poor news that you do see, that's what you're seeing now in the kind of bear market. So yeah, treat this as an experience. Trust me when I say that. You will get through it, you will get through the other end, and you will, in the bull market, you'll be super thankful that you stuck around and you used this time to experience this bear market so that when the next bear market comes around, you are set. You know what you're doing, you know how to handle it emotionally and financially, and yeah, just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. We're taking you along for the journey. Stick around, and yeah, I'm sure it will all pay off. Now, moving on to the first piece of news, which isn't something that I'd thought I would ever read on this channel or even see, but China Central TV have aired a crypto segment in a rare move. Now, for anyone that's been around the market for a long time, a few years now, you'll know that China are notorious for banning crypto. Every single year, every bear market or every downturn in the price, it's China's banning Bitcoin, or China's banning mining, or China's banning this or banning that. But this is a strange turn of events, which is, not what I was expecting. But anyway, let me kind of move down here and read through this article because it is pretty exciting. So, the State Broadcasting Corporation, which is the CCTV, which is quite a funny name because China Central Television is called CCTV. We all know China have the camera system in place. Excuse me, I still am recovering from my cold. Bit of a cough today. But yeah, so they've got the CCTV all over China, mainland China. And their central TV network's called CCTV. Interesting. Anyway, they aired a segment on the adoption of cryptocurrencies in Hong Kong. As reported in the segment, Hong Kong regulators have made final preparations for the trading of virtual assets in the Special Administrative Region and will accept applications from virtual asset trading platforms. So an official from the Securities and Futures Commission of Hong Kong explained during the airtime that the regulation of virtual asset providers faces challenges such as cybersecurity, surety of clients' assets, and potential conflict of interest between platforms and clients. Previously, Cointelegraph reported that while the guidelines will become effective in June 2023, the SFC have not approved any virtual asset trading platform servicing to retail investors. Now, CCTV is China's largest state broadcaster, with various programs catering to an audience of over 1 billion people, which is insane. So technically speaking, 1 billion people have seen this crypto segment. Interestingly, nothing overly negative was said about cryptocurrencies during the 98, very, very specific, 98-second segment. This is in a stark contrast to the stringent regulation imposed on cryptocurrencies by authorities in mainland China, which includes a blanket ban on Bitcoin. Again, as I've mentioned, Bitcoin mining and cryptocurrency exchanges. However, the ownership of cryptocurrencies is currently allowed. Yeah, so CZ tweeted out that CCTV just broadcast crypto. It's a big deal. The Chinese-speaking communities are buzzing. Historically, coverages like this lead to bull runs. Not saying past predicts the future, and not financial advice. So yeah, the reason this is so bullish, obviously, and I mean, it's a very strange time in the market, I will admit. It's a very strange time in the market for something like this to happen. However, I'm not going to knock it back. The fact that over 1 billion people have seen this is, again, incredible. People in China have notoriously been known, like I said, to have a ban on mining, crypto exchanges, and crypto in general. There was, again, I'd love to try and show you the videos on here, but there's been loads of videos come out from China the past kind of few years. Like, there was one and it says, I can't remember exactly the words, like exactly word for word what it said, but essentially on the news article, a TV news report, sorry, they were saying that Bitcoin will kill you. If you hold crypto, if you mine crypto, you will die. Like, literally, like, I'm not even just making it up for a laugh. Like, they literally said that. You could probably find it on Twitter or Google it or find it on YouTube. But yeah, China were telling people of China that they would die if they would use crypto, and also they would be put in prison. And there's been so many crazy articles that have come out and so many crazy broadcasts that have come out from China that this is a shock that they have now decided to do this. But again, like I said, I'm not going to knock it. It's bring it on. China, pump crypto, please. That would be great. And CZ seems to think it's very positive as well. So that's always a good news. Okay, moving on to some Ripple news, which just before I start this article, like, obviously as an XRP investor and XRP fan, the past 2 weeks that I have been doing the Coffee and Crypto episodes, or at least the last 2 weeks episodes, it seems to be that I've spoke about Ripple pretty much every single day. Now, the reason I'm so shocked by that is because there was months on end when there was just no news at all from Ripple. So it's, again, there's news coming from Ripple in terms of what I'm about to show you, like acquiring stakes in companies. They've been buying companies. They've been hiring new people. It's all like stepping up. Then also in the background, you've also got the Ripple and SEC lawsuit. A lot of tweets coming out about that. A lot of information, which actually I have an update on that as well. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming out from that as well. Very bullish, positive news. Like, there definitely is a buzz being created here around Ripple and XRP, which could just be convenient timed, but we will find out very soon, I guess. But yeah, very, very exciting. It's interesting. And even the fact that at the XRP Las Vegas event that we attended, Brad Garlinghouse showed up. Like, he's never done that before. He just appeared and spoke to the kind of audience, which, again, there's a very strange but positive buzz around Ripple right now, which I guess is getting me more bullish, I guess. But then again, I've been bullish since 2017. It's just a waiting game. Patience pays. I look and sound insane, but look, maybe I am. But XRP is hopefully going to solve that issue. Anyway, so yeah, so the article then is Ripple have acquired Pantera's stake in Bitstamp. So the blockchain-based company, we know this, Ripple, have take a minority stake in the crypto exchange Bitstamp in the first quarter of 2023. Digital investment firm Galaxy Digital advised on the deal, according to transcript on the May 9th. That's a conference call that was held. Ripple acquired shares previously owned by Pantera Capital, a digital asset investment firm in the US. Pantera was one of the largest shareholders in Bitstamp until 2018, when the exchange was acquired by the Belgium-based investment firm NXMH in an all-cash deal. At the time, the company was valued at around $60 million. Now, Pantera, which made a $10 million investment in the company in 2014, also sold part of its stake to this same company, NXMH. More broadly, in our global markets business, on the back of a record year for our investment banking team, we advised Pantera, a leading blockchain asset firm, that on sale of its stake in the European digital asset exchange Bitstamp to Ripple in Q1, and that was directly from the Galaxy president. Now, it's unclear how much Ripple have paid for the acquisition or how the deal was structured, but Cointelegraph have reached out to Ripple, but they haven't received an immediate response. Now, Ripple are quite good at responding, so I'm sure we will see some updates from this. Again, the rest of this article here, the reason I'm not going to read it is just kind of giving you some background on Bitstamp, some more background on Ripple, some more background on the Ripple lawsuit. So it doesn't really interest any of us or any of you guys watching this. But the main thing I wanted to share here is the fact that Ripple have took a large stake. We don't know how much exactly, but hopefully we'll find out soon. But a large stake in Bitstamp, which is a crypto exchange now owned by a European company. It's a big exchange. It's not huge. You've maybe heard of it, maybe you haven't. It's a big exchange, and there's obviously plans, or there's a reason behind Ripple buying this, and it could be to do with whole leveraging XRP and whatnot. So again, positive news coming from Ripple and the actual company itself amidst all of this lawsuit nonsense as well. So fingers crossed, we're starting to see a turning point in the lawsuit. Now, on that note, this is, if this will load, there we go. So I don't think, I won't play it. Well, let me see if I can play it.
I feel very confident that we'll see a decision from the courts in this year. In fact, I think I would guess it'll be in weeks, not months. There's some decisions that happened last week that you may have read about, that the judge ruled against the SEC's effort to redact certain information about a very kind of infamous speech that the then director of corporate finance, a guy named Bill Hinman, gave, talking about why ETH, in his view, was not a security. And the court just ruled last week that the notes and emails associated with that are going to be made public and should be public around June 13th. So,
unsure if you heard that. Hopefully you did. Just a 50-second clip. But essentially, Brad Garlinghouse is saying, if you didn't hear that, that they expect there to be an ending, I guess, or an update in weeks, not months. Again, this all goes back to the June 13th date for the Hinman emails that apparently will be made public. And we're kind of talking settlement talks here. So this just came out May 25th, which was today, technically. So I think it happened overnight when we were all sleeping, obviously, in America. But it says here, the tweet actually says, expects a court case resolution in weeks and not months, following the recent court news regarding the Hinman emails. Now, this doesn't exactly, I guess expects a court case resolution. That doesn't exactly mean settlement. We're hoping that's what happens because we don't want the SEC don't want these emails being publicised. But a resolution is definitely very, very positive, and it could lead to a potential settlement. So yeah, again, hopefully you heard that video. If you didn't, I might even retweet this video so you can see it. So go follow us on Twitter if you haven't already, and you can watch that video back. But yeah, exciting news nonetheless once again for Ripple and XRP. Now, a couple of more articles or tabs I want to show you. So this one here is quite interesting. I saw this yesterday on Twitter. So the Winklevoss twins, we all know them, famously billionaire Bitcoin twins. So they tweeted out yesterday saying, great meeting this week with the Bank of England. We are encouraged by the way the UK is thinking about crypto. We have expressed the need for consistency and clarity, something the regulators in the US, despite the ample bags of taxpayer money, have been unwilling to provide. The UK has a big opportunity here. So here they are posted outside the Bank of England in London. So it's again something that I mentioned quite a few times on the channel, that the UK is trying to become a banking hub, or a crypto hub, should I say. A worldwide crypto hub, should we say? Maybe that's the best way to put it. And the Winklevoss twins are interested in that. I believe they're trying to get something set up in the UK. I don't know if they're trying to move like a Gemini exchange or something over here. But bullish to see, exciting to see the fact that they are currently trying and pushing for some sort of kind of benefits in the UK. And I actually quite laughed at this part here. So it says, despite the ample bags of taxpayer money. So he's kind of having a dig here at the US for not using taxpayers' money to help kind of crypto, which is funny because the UK love spending UK taxpayers' money. So it's kind of like a dig at the US, but it's also, as a UK taxpayer, you kind of have to laugh at that and think, that's funny you say that, because come to the UK, they'll spend our tax-paying money on whatever you want. You mention it, they will give you a blank check. But yeah, look, it's positive to see. It's great to see. The Winklevoss twins are big powerhouses in the crypto space. They've been in it for a long time. They are famously also known as well and linked to the Mark Zuckerberg stuff. And yeah, they bought loads of Bitcoin back in the day and now are... I think they still own, or they had at one point, they owned like 1% of Bitcoin's available kind of coins, which is nuts. But yeah, very, very cool to see. And then lastly, it's something that I mentioned at the start of today's video. Now, at the start, I didn't actually search this exact title. I just searched in crypto to try and see what negative news popped up. And this one seemed to be all over the place. So I ended up just copying it and pasting it to get the articles that mention it. But look, we're starting to see again these negative articles that crypto is used for drugs. There's $38 million in crypto, like this one here. Suspected chemical suppliers have received $38 million in crypto. What else? Chinese firms received millions in Bitcoin for, I won't say the word in case YouTube pick up on it, millions worth of Bitcoin and Tether used to pay Chinese companies involved. Like all these, like, there we go, crypto payments to Chinese suppliers soared 450% over the past year. Like, and there you go, there's another report and it's a different amount. Like, apparently received $27 million here, but then in this article it was $38 million. It's just total nonsense. Like, and that's why I wanted to show you this. I wanted you to understand that this is all part of the experiences. And again, as you spend longer in these markets when they're bearish, the more you'll learn about how just absolute nonsense these things are. But I'm here to tell you first, I've seen it all before. You can tell I'm laughing, I'm joking. This is all obviously not true. It's a media purge. The governments are at it, the media's at it. It's just, again, you have to see these things and you have to laugh because you know it's not true. They forget as well that cash, like if they were to do an article on how much cash in the world is used for these exact same types of events, I'm pretty sure people wouldn't be using cash. Again, you've probably seen different documentaries on Netflix. I know there's one on Dirty Money, which is a great series, quite old now actually, on HSBC and what they were doing with like money and stuff and cash and whatnot. So it's just, again, another drive, another purge on crypto. But if they were to do it in real life and talk about cash and how dirty that is and how much money flows through that or those channels, it would be a different conversation. People wouldn't want to use cash. They'd want to use crypto instead. So yeah, it's funny. Again, I'm laughing because it is. I know the bigger picture here. I'm not dumb. I've spent a long time in these markets. I've spent a long time in finance in general. So yeah, the media don't scare me with this. I know it's false, basically. So yeah. Anyway, that's all for today's live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Again, if you haven't already liked today's video, please do me a huge favor. Like the video. Share the video with someone that doesn't subscribe to the channel, or if you don't subscribe yourself, please subscribe to the channel. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. You click one button, but it does me a huge favor, and it makes me really want to come every single morning and show up and bring these news, drive to the office, go live for 30 minutes and bring this information to you. I like to see the buzz on YouTube. So yeah, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you think of some of the crazy things that I spoke about in today's video, and of course subscribe to the channel. If you want more from me after today's video, you just can't get enough of me, you can't get enough of hearing my voice, then please consider subscribing and becoming one of our community members. We have been going now for 3 years as a community, so one of the longer standing communities out there. We are, of course, we've been in crypto since 2017. I've told you that, but the community has grown since 2020. And I would absolutely love to see you in there. I'd love to chat to you about crypto some more. There is years and years of content, and updates come every single day. We post podcasts twice a week. We do members live streams, which are coming very, very soon. Members, if you're watching this, we have a live stream starting next week, just exclusively for members. We also have so much more, but yeah, look, don't take it from me. There's a couple of reviews on our new website here, so go check it out. Look at what we can provide. We can most definitely help you. I can guarantee you that. If we don't help you, I will give you a full refund. How does that sound? Because I'm that sure that I will be able to help you. Me, myself, and my team will be able to help you in crypto, learn, make some money, and just enjoy the process. That's probably my biggest part. Enjoy the process, gain experience, and of course, make money from crypto investments as a part of that. So yeah, you literally have no excuse. So anyone that watches this, I expect to see you in Discord. If you don't, you have no excuse. You have zero excuses. There's nowhere else doing it like us. So yeah. Anyway, that plug over. I just really want to help you as much as possible. So please do consider hopping on board, and we will chat very, very soon. My name's Don. Thank you so much again for watching today's video. Share it with a friend, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. See ya.